This meeting is being
There we go.
recorded.
So just a heads up, just a heads up. If you're okay with video, we can use video. If not, I can just use my Fathom, which is recording the interview. However, I can just use the notes from that it took from the interview for social media, if that is okay with you. Either one is fine.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. So it's gonna be posted to social media, I guess,
Yep.
the recording.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if it's like video, it would be YouTube, and obviously it will be shared on Law's different social media platforms. If it's just text, then it will be posted like on Facebook, um, LinkedIn, and so forth.
Yeah, I got no problem. I don't think I look too bad, right?
No, you're good. Alrighty. So we have a few questions for you for Showcase. The
Okay.
first one is describe your experience as an actor or voice actor.
Just my experience overall as an actor.
Mhm.
Oh wow. Being an actor is for me is very fulfilling. I started professional. I guess you could say like professionally getting training like 2022. So I was 21 years old. And then I went to school in Freehold called Actors Playground. Very great school. They helped me get started and got me set with my first manager. And then from there, I did an episode on Discovery ID Murder Under Friday Night Lights. That was pretty cool. That was like my first like episodic role. Then I did a bunch of theater. I did Los Angeles, which was like a play that the school did. It was like for people around the area, New Jersey. And I did Art by Yasmina Renza, and I did Welcome to the Moon and other plays by John Patrick Shanley, and then I did a bunch of short films and stuff like that. And then also that's where I met Miss Law from a short film I did recently called Tales of Sundown.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, but basically acting for me when I first did it, I loved it. I always wanted to do it as a kid, didn't know how to get started, and then I got older enough to provide my own way financially to do it. And
Mm.
me, it's always like a right feeling doing it, especially when I felt like I really lived through the situation. I really connected with the character, and also when I acting is very like therapeutic for me. It heals a lot within me from a personal standpoint because as a kid and on up, we're always told to hold our emotions and certain stuff, kind of like suck it up. But I'd say acting is very therapeutic for me, and it helps me. And I remember one time we did a show in New Jersey. It was a Los Angeles play, and we did it for these kids. And then after the show was done, they wanted to come up and take pictures with us, so it was cool. And then after they did that, the director told me after, like I think a week or two later after we did the show, he told me he was like, "Wow, like these kids came up to the program directors that organized this whole thing for us to do the show. That like after they saw the show, it was it's very invigorating because they was able to understand stuff within themselves that they didn't understand. They was able to relate to things and you know like was able to help out people that I didn't know or like with my art I was able to do that and I found that very cool and very I guess you could say fulfilling and I'm able to help somebody through acting and if I'm able to do that that is a dream come true. I think that's very noble, I would say, but I don't want
Mhm.
to. But I just overall I'm in love with acting. I'm in love with the craft. I'm in love with just getting deeper and deeper and losing myself in these characters. That's what I fell in love with too. Is just losing myself in these characters with research and on set and being able to connect with different people out in the on set and out in the industry too. Because there's wonderful people out there. And that's my basic spiel on acting. Hello to that.
Very inspiring. I love that.
Yeah.
Um, so Coming into question two, you more or less answered my third question, but we'll get to that in a little bit. The second question is, what makes you as an actor unique?
That's what makes me unique. I would say something that everybody says to me all the time, like I act or I'm in a room. It's like they say my presence is like very strong, or like I have a certain energy that's in the room that's needed or something like that. And I'm like, I still don't know or understand what that means to this day. You know, I hopefully down the line I'll be able to figure that what that means. But I think that I guess I bring a certain presence to each character in each role, and always there's never gonna be another Joshua. There's never gonna be another Miss Law. There's never gonna be another any actor. So I think we all bring our own isms to it. You know, then has his own isms. Jake Gyllenhaal has his own isms, and everybody has their like own little thing that brings these characters to life. And you're just being yourself through these situations. You're living out through these situations. Really, you know, in real life, you're putting your nervous system through emotional turmoil. You know, when you're
Mm.
going being an actor, so it brings a lot out of you, and you're being vulnerable, and you're bringing your true self out. So I think that's what it is. You know, bringing my true self out, and I think that's presence. I'm assuming because that's what I hear a lot. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay, thank you. So now we're getting to the third question. What is your favorite thing about the overall industry, and what would you change?
So you said I partially answered this, but
Because when you were answering the first question, which what
yeah,
was your experience, you were talking about like how passionate you are as an actor,
yeah,
throughout like your entire career as one.
mhm.
So it sounded more like well, for to me, it sounded like your favorite thing about the acting industry is the fact that you can become a character, become like show a part of you as the character. Um,
Yeah.
uh,
I would say like one of my favorite things, like you said, but like it's you're giving up a part of you to display to everybody else through this work, so everybody else can see and relate and watch this whole other world going on. And when you immerse yourself in it and you're being very truthful, it resonates with people. And I love doing that, and I love doing the research because you find out about things that you weren't really taught in school, or you kind of just never really thought to research or look up. And I think that's very cool because you can like any certain role could bring you closer to your family heritage, or it could bring you to a different part of maybe a subject that you never thought of researching before, and maybe for us like the scientific aspect or the mathematic aspect of it, or history, because history is a lot of deep buried history that we, I guess, haven't uncovered yet. And it's kind of cool how when you do a lot of deep, extensive research, a lot of things branch off each other and kind of come back to one main. And but yeah, I think that's my favorite thing is getting lost in the character, the research, and being able to just give a part of myself to the work so everybody else can go through it and maybe learn something from it, or relate to it, or help somebody out there that's watching the piece. And something that I change, I mean, being an actor is very challenging, like trying to break in, because it's very competitive. People all over the place trying to do the same job you're trying to do. Man, I would say maybe trying to maybe have a lot more accessibility to certain um, work that you might be only be able to get through certain people. It'd be more accessible to everybody else, and maybe help out people that really like give them like a fine line or like a nice blueprint on how they'll maneuver and work their way up. Because I think we're all out here trying to make it, but then it's like it's all over the place. But then it's crazy how work just kind of falls and like just finds us sometimes. Most of the time, that's what it is. They find it. The work finds us. We audition for it. We get it, and it might relate to something that we're doing in our own time. But I'd say, maybe just a place where we all can, I guess, have an opportunity to really see the bigger aspect of how to break into it, I guess. Because there's not that many places out there, and if it is, it's very expensive.
Hmm.
Like schools and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess maybe have a bigger group you can come to and all tap in with each other, creative, and hopefully tap in with people that's out there as well that's making bigger projects where you can continue to do that. Connect with them, if you're really serious about the art, not the whole other fame and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what is one thing you're looking forward to? Excuse me. What is one thing you're looking forward to for the showcase?
The one thing I'm looking forward to is this in person. I guess you could say the auditions, quote unquote, but like the in person doing the rehearsals and the, doing your scene in front of live casts and directors and
Mm.
stuff like that. Because we don't get that no more. So most everything's online and everything's over self tapes. And I missed that energy because I did that when I got with my manager. Like I did it in person and like this the let them see your face in person and also to feed off the energy that they're giving or like when they're there to I guess really show like your presence and who you are as a person and not just, everything over a self tape because you can record that thing over like 30 times to get it perfect to what you think that person might be. But you walk into a room, you got to be yourself. You can't be anything else when you walk into a room with somebody because eventually it's going to show whether or not you are late road if they, do something new or not. But I think it's going to be exciting to do the in person um, auditions and the showcase stuff and also just meeting other artists too and connecting with them. And it's gonna be
Okay. Ah, excuse me. Uh, what are your goals for the showcase and your overall career?
my goals for the showcase is just to bring out my best possible self, do the best I possibly can for that.
You're cutting off a little bit, Josh.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying I was what I'm looking to do is just be my best possible self and give my best possible work and go 100% no matter how many times I got to do it or what time I'm gonna do it and also just being able to collab with people in real time. They give you a note to change and you gotta make it on the fly. I think that's very interesting and cool too to see how well we all gel together and being able to learn. I'm just eager to learn from these people because I know these people in very great places, and I'm just eager to learn and just see what. I know there's gonna be veterans there, and I want to learn from them and people there that's been in the industry way longer than me because I've been doing this for I think maybe like 2 years. There's people that's gonna be there way longer than me that I can learn from them, and
Mm.
I'm just overall I'm just ready to learn. That's really it. Go 100% ready to learn.
Okay.
Would you say what was the other question too?
It's for the showcase and then it's for your overall career.
Overall career. My overall career, I just want to put out the best, put out the best specific and detailed work I can, and collab with great people and make great work and put on the best shows or the best movies. always living it 100%. Try not to leave out anything that I can when I'm working with these characters or with people. Try to make everything as specific as possible and real as possible, and just create something very authentic. And try not to make anything fat. Make it-
Yeah. All right. What is one thing you expect to take away from the showcase?
One thing I would say is the outlook on the industry, and what I need to work on myself. Uh, Steps on how where to go to next from there,
Hmm.
and connection. you know, with people.
Okay. And what are your plans after showcase?
I'm going back to my beloved Esper Studio. Well, up
You're
on
cutting off a little bit. You're
you
cutting
hear me?
off a little bit.
Is it better?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
My plans is to go back to my beloved school called the Esper Studio and continue training and learning there and taking what I know from what I learned from the showcase and bring it into my career and being able to stem off of that and work on what I need to work on and collab who I need to collab with and just try to keep pushing on from there and make it.
Hmm. All right. And how do you plan to continue to grow your business and within the overall industry after showcase?
I plan to grow my business is to present myself as authentic as possible. Bring them me, nobody. Bring them just that's who I am branding. Try to keep everything in my. Well, I don't post on Instagram really. The only thing I post on Instagram is like the acting or that. But keep my Instagram clean, keep it professional as an actor. Um, be a good person, I guess. Uh, Continue to always train or be in a place where I can experiment. Be in an environment where I can experiment on the things that I want to try out, work on different scenes, things like that.
Okay. I'm thinking about, so right before we head to the last question, which is any plugs that you have, just having this interview with you right now is making me think about like what makes you unique. Also, like what is your superpower? And it is being you're a very genuine person. So that's what I think is what makes you unique slash your superpower.
Thank you. That means a lot. 'Cause sometimes you question yourself. A good person. But good to hear that. Thank you.
Anytime. All right. So, the last one is, do you have anything that you would like to plug or like any projects that you would like to shout out before we head out?
What do you mean by plug?
Plug as in like, if you'd like to put in like any like your social media where people can find you or any projects that you were in or plays that you're currently working on, etc.
I mean, my Instagram is Joshua K. Scott with three T's. Um, uh, Shout out to Mud. My friends are working on a play. My friends are doing this play called Mud. They're doing a play right now. They go on next week on the 27th. They're doing that weekend. I also like to shout out Actors Playground, Esper Studios. Two great schools that have been very good and cool to me. Like home.
You're cutting off. You're cutting off. A little bit, yeah. Hold on.
What part did you catch?
You said Esper Studios, and then it just started like coming in and out afterwards.
Okay. The Esper Studio and Actors Playground, it's been like home to me ever since I got there.
Mhm.
Beloved people. And yeah, I'm recent film that we just did, Tales of Sundown Town, and then there's also things that's in the works right now too that we're cooking up. So that I'm in the process of. Can't make much yet, but
Alrighty, that sounds great. It was very nice to meet you, Josh.
me too. Me too.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming today for your interview.
Of course. And I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I tried to do the email for the I guess for the coaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was supposed to be today at 6, but then I think they got mixed up. And
So originally it was supposed to be last week at 6, but I
yeah.
was still recovering from my surgery.
Oh,
So they rescheduled it to today, and
yeah.
I originally thought that it was 6, but then Law texted me last night that it was at 4, and then when 4 came, I was like, oh no, I'm late. Came over, and then Law texted me again, being like, no, it's at 6. So the mix-up was completely on me. I apologize.
No, 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 fine. I just gotta get my coaching stuff. What should I put down? What should I click on for my coaching for the show?
For so it would it should be under. Let me check for you real quick. Are you a TIC member?
Yeah,
So you can put that under member coaching session.
and then what should I who I request?
You can put whoever you'd like. You can put I am not a coach,
Yeah.
so don't put my name. But you can put and you can literally put the word anyone if you don't mind who you're gonna work with. It can be with Law, it can be with any one of our coaches.
Okay.
Um and that is usually an hour. I would put in parentheses for showcase
Okay.
after you mention the person's name, or if you write anyone, put anyone in parentheses for showcase, so that way they know that you're using your hour for showcase.
Okay. And you're not gonna be at the showcase, right? You're just
I
gonna.
am doing voiceover day.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, then I might see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It goes.
All right. It was
And
nice meeting you. Hmm?
I said it's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
The recording